proposals for Greece before moving forward.
Trade balance data. I was looking at the last trade balance report. Came in a little bit better than expected. Pound dollar was bid after that, a modest bid. So it's going to react a little bit to this data, even though it's considered a second tier data. So I'm going to look to take a little bit of profit. Just about had 10 pips on the trade, and then my stop would be raised to 30. So I've just about had my 10 pips. I'll take some off here and then move my stop ahead of the data. And in fact, looking at it historically, it has moved, even though modest moves, higher and lower depending on the data. And if the numbers are good, we'll see pound dollar move a little bit higher. If it's not bad, we'll likely see it move a bit lower. I think downside is limited at this point. Right now, I'm just setting at a 53. Just like I'm trying to hit a 54 to cover part of my position, and every time it hits a 53, it just like sets there, 52, 53, 52, 53. There's a 53 again right now, and it really should be getting a little bit of a bid. I said that our resistance is here in this mid 50s. There's a layer of resistance that comes in this mid 50s, and any break of this level is going to see a pretty good run up to around those 80s. I somewhat had thought that we would already see 10 pips on the trade. Regrettably missed an earlier breakout just as we were getting the session underway. As I looked at the charts, just as our session was getting underway, it gave a bit of a breakout and missed that one. My 54 just filled, and so now I'm going to move my stop to 30. Didn't do it. So now the stop loss will be 30. So I closed out at 54. Right now we got a little bit more than that. So move stop to 30. This was a breakout. Data due out here in a few minutes. Really nothing else setting up. Should have been long again earlier. And if we can close, let's say at the bottom of the hour, the pound dollar can close at new highs, then it will actually see these levels breach and probabilities that we're going to continue to see price move higher. So I'm long at 44. I've got about 14 pip risk now on the trade. My stop has been raised to 30. Again, a little bit of a breakout on this pound dollar. Really, this will have been the second one of the day on that pair. Nothing here on the euro just yet. Trying to. And if we're at or near the highs when this trade balance data is released, I'll move my stop to entry. I know that's going to be pretty close, but I'll do that going into the data depending on where we are. Dollar CAD moving up. What a goofy pair that has been. And dollar CAD will do that. It'll just like, hey, I'm just going to do my own thing here. Again, I've got it looks like this divergence is going to break on this dollar CAD and will likely do so. It will confirm possible break of this divergence at 9 GMT. We had a trade the other day that it was about a quarter till the hour. I can't remember what pair it was. It was giving us a confirmation, put a trade on the book, and I had to wait for a divergence to confirm at the hourly close, and the thing just took off. And it's like, but I like, again, closing prices, only closing prices give you historical data. I mean, right now, dollar CAD could close the top of the hour at, it could close much lower. So we'll just see where it wants to close. That one is actually setting up for another trade. So we're at 49. We hit a high of, what was our high? How high did this pound dollar go? I hadn't gone too far. I show, it hit a 54 exactly. I got out right at 54, not a fraction of a pip less. And actually that was the high. I mean, I not even a fraction. I mean, I got out not even 54.2 or 53.9. It was 54. So again, data due out here momentarily, and really nothing setting up on the euro at the moment. And so my objective was to get a little bit of profit ahead of this data, even though it's trade balance data. If it's a better than expected number, pound will move higher. Worse than expected, it's going to move lower, and that's what it's been doing. Pound dollar's been very consistent with the data. Even though it's a second tier data, it still has reacted pretty consistently. So we've covered 15 lots at 54. Right now it's got a 49 on the bid. We've got a 50 showing. Downside should be limited on pound dollar to around that 54.15 level. Shouldn't really go much below that level. 54.15. So hopefully we'll get another opportunity to put another position. I would suggest ahead of the data, move and stop the entry.
20%. Years it increased about 1%. The prior was 1.5%. We also see the trade balance for the UK. The physical trade balance expected to be indexed in 9 spots and indexed at 0.4 billion. 0.4
Well, a little bit mixed with downward prior revisions and better headline this time around, so it's a little bit mixed. You see slightly bid on the better number on the headline. You're going back to these 54s. So again, mixed data. Construction data was worse. Headline on the trade balance was better. Downward revisions on the prior. So they're running a deficit trade balance and downward revisions. So really overall, data not favorable. A little bit of a bid came in on the headline number. Prices went back and hit that 54 high, and currently just sitting here right at 50. You're not doing much of anything. And I've moved my stop to entry ahead of the data. And really, market's just gone flat on us. Euro's doing nothing. Aussie dollar's moving lower, and no longer in a divergence now. Actually, I'm waiting for an hourly close to get out of this divergence, but we're about 30 minutes away. But I'm no longer in a divergence reading on this Aussie dollar. But again, really needing the close to give that some validity. All right, so we're out on this little 5 lot runner.